Hi. When you open up Adobe Animate, this will come up, and this gives you your prior file, raw file, animate file, and this is the new file. You click on that, and it will give you the aspect ratio. That means your width into height, and this is giving you the aspect ratio. So you can click on HD. For memory and storage reason, we'll stick to HD for right now. So it is giving you 1280 by 720, and frame rate is 30. Frames per second. So you just go and create. When you go and create, this center place is where you actually work, and that is called the stage. These are your tools where you can draw and make your animation. These are your property panels and other panels. These are panels. You have library, and then you have kind of assets library and property panel. And this is your layers, and this is your timeline. This is where your animation happens. These are your tools for animating or creating keyframes and creating the first frame, which is the keyframe, and your last keyframe. And from here you can loop it, you can go back and forth, you can do onion skinning and everything. So this is your timeline, this is your layers, and you can have multiple layers that goes on, and we'll talk about that later. And then you have scenes, different scenes, we'll talk about that. This is your viewing, and it shows you your 100% in terms of how you view it. So fit in windows, show frames, show all. So this is where you control your size of your viewing size of your stage and all. So this is your interface, and these are tabs. You have like a file, then edit, then view, insert, modify, then you have text, and then you have different types of other controls, compound, command control, debug, windows. So mostly we'll be working on these, and the easy way to show you, when you click on the rectangle and you can draw something, and you can move it with this selection tool. You can double click on it and move it left and right. There's a fill and a stroke. This is your stroke, there's a small line there. You can undo with Command Z or Control Z, depending on whether you're on Mac or PC. This is where you have the fill, and the stroke is the very black line, which you probably can't see now. And you can go up and down, left and right, and this is your scaling of your timeline. You can go back. You can also make it bigger and smaller. So your first step of animation is you select an object, and then you select a frame, and then you create the keyframes by clicking on this. So now it is selected, it has gone to your last frame. So what you do is you double click on it, click hold, and drag it to this side. So you can see that you have the animation, but it's going left and right, not smooth flow. So what you do is you do a right click on this and go to shape tween on your timeline. This will turn brownish or yellowish. And what you can see now that if I move it, it's going left and right. So I can always go back here and play, and it will animate. So keyframe is whenever you make changes. Say I come here, and I create a keyframe here by clicking on this. Now what I can do is I can double click on this and drag it all the way down. And if I play now, you can see that it is going to come down here and it bounces. So I can go back to this keyframe, and also I can morph it. So if I click outside and make sure that I'm on the keyframe. So you can see that I can curve it and the shape will morph. So interestingly, this is how your shape will morph. Say I want to change the color. So I want to change this color. So if I do the double click and play, you can see that not only is it morphing, but it's also changing colors. So I can go in here and double click on this. Double click on this, go and double click on that and go all the way. So you can see now it's changing colors and morphing. I hope this helps, and we'll talk more in details how to get things done. Thank you.